Okay, I'm back, and for the next flight I'm going to fly both of these airplanes on the same time, one after the other. Fly the Duet first and fly the Sport Cub S. And the reason is to show you with the same winds how they fly differently. So I'm going to put this one on the ground and I'll fly the Duet first. I've checked both batteries already. So and I'm going to turn this one on and turn this over, plug it in, start my timer. Okay, and a little bit of wind there, but I think we'll be all right. So here we go. Okay, still a little bit of wind out there. Power set at about 50%, and I keep my thumb off the power unless I need it. Generally, you can fly without having to touch the power. All right. So the Duet does not have a lot of advanced technology in it, where the Sport Cub S does. And I'll show you the difference. There's two inputs to the Duet. It's the wind and you. Okay, so right now I'm doing probably more things to the airplane than the wind. Winds are calming down. There does appear to be in this airplane, although I didn't see it in the manual, it does seem to have some stabilization characteristics in it, but I didn't see it described in the manual. Or if there it is, it's not very well described. Okay, a little bit of gusty wind there. You can watch the wind meters, probably up over 5 miles an hour. It's definitely over 5 miles an hour now. And this is handling the wind pretty well today. So you can watch my hands in terms of what it's doing. Hands off, it's flying nice straight level, no thumbs. Come on, no thumbs. Okay. When you pull it up like this, it stalls. Okay, that's why when you are flying this thing, if you pull up sharply, the nose will go up and then drop. Okay, there's a nice loop. But so if you pull up sharply, it will stall, and you got to recover it pretty quickly. So don't make sudden movements unless you really, really want to, and make sure you're well above the ground if you do. Okay, so 100% power, and I'm fighting the winds, making very little headway. Let me see if I can get it back over here to land. Okay, here we go. That's a pretty good landing for wind. You go get it. All right, that was a pretty good flight, even though there was a bit of wind. I'll have to check the tape to see what the wind gauge was saying there, but it's 5 to 6 miles an hour right now, so maybe hard for you to read because there's no sunlight on the wind gauge there. So battery's out. I'm going to go ahead and turn the radio off. Put the airplane on the ground so it doesn't blow away. Check the battery. And the timer says 4 minutes, so we're probably up about 3.5 minutes. 3.88. Okay, good battery. Go ahead and plug it in. Stop the timer. Okay. So now we'll fly the Sport Cub. Now the Sport Cub has the safe mode and stability built into it. And so a couple things. I'm using a much better radio. This is my DX9 radio. And it's already on the right model. Timer set for 7 minutes, so it'll automatically start. Battery's already been checked, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. We'll go. Now what you'll notice here is right after I plug it in, nothing happens until I turn it over. That's on purpose. Okay. Now after I turn it over, it'll go through a. Okay. After it turns over, it recognizes that it's upright and then resets itself. Okay. So the ailerons are working. Elevator's working, rudder's working, and I have a throttle cut on this one, so I can't accidentally move the throttle unless I move this switch.
Throttle cut, normal mode.
Okay. All right. So now, and the stabilization actually doesn't start working until you push up the throttle for the first time. So now that I've pushed up the throttle, you can hear it trying to react to my movements. Okay, so here we go. Winds are calm. Ready to take off. Okay. Now this is in experience mode, okay, because I'm an experienced pilot. I want to get my first flight in with experience mode. You can see how much more stable it is because of the stability built into the aircraft, the stability functions that are built into the aircraft. Okay, so it's not bouncing around so much because of the stability functions of the aircraft make it easier to do that. Bit more wind out there. I'm going to stay in a little closer to me.
High rates. Time remaining 6 minutes.
Okay, you can hear my radio talking to me that says time remaining is 6 minutes. Started at 7. And I have low, medium, and high rates for this radio. You don't have any rates for the Duet. That just means I have full authority of 100% rate on the all control surfaces. Now the winds are getting a little stronger, so I'm going to go ahead and land. But you can see the difference in the stability of the airplane with the stability functions of this aircraft. All right, let me get back on camera here. Wind's sort of blowing me off course. Coming in for a landing. Okay, good landing.
Time remaining 5 minutes. Throttle cut.
So cut the throttle and go get the airplane. Okay, bring the airplane back. You can hear the airplane moving around, and that's just the same it does when the wind hits it. I'll turn it over, pull the battery out, and unplug it. Okay, set that one on the ground too, so it doesn't blow away. Now I can turn the radio off and check my battery. Now we were probably only up 3 minutes or so. Okay, 3.88, that's about normal. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge this one. Okay, all three are charging. This one is almost done actually. It's off right now, it's not flashing. So that one might actually be done, the first flight. The other two are still lit. Okay, so that's the comparison of the Sport Cub S and the Duet, and you can see the difference. Let me also make sure you see the size difference. I didn't show you that carefully. If you look, the difference in the size of the wing, they are a bit different that way. The length is about the same, although the Sport Cub is a little bit longer, and they weigh about the same amount. They probably have the same motor in it. No, I guess they don't. Because the Duet has two motors, they're probably equal in power for the two of them. So thank you for watching.